Welcome back, everyone, to Bitcoin's price action. Today, we're going to be talking about what Bitcoin has been up to in the last 24 hours. We're going to be reviewing our ideas to see which ones, came into fruition and which ones we're still waiting for. All right, we've had some exciting moves. All right, so we're going to get into it straight away and analyze the charts. We won't waste too much time today. I think for the first time in a long time, we're going to keep it under 30 minutes. All right. But there's just so much to talk about, isn't there? There's always so much to talk about. All right. But first things first, big shout out. Oops, sorry for putting that image there. Big shout out to everyone who's followed recently. Let's just quickly have a look. All right. So shout out to the new followers. Shout out to Marcelino. Shout out to, I'm not even going to try pronouncing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Shout out to you guys. Welcome to the family. Hope you're finding the content useful and you're making sweet money. All right. So also we got a few comments yesterday. We got a comment from Vinil. It says amazing analysis as usual. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. And then we've got a comment from Vahid. Vahid061. And he says, perfect analysis. I think a lot. I can't read today. I think a lot have the same question as me, explaining the bigger picture. For example, the monthly time frame in the beginning. Why didn't you consider the big range as a structure point? That is a good question, Vahid. That is a very good question, and such a good question. But it takes a while to fully understand why. And I'll be honest, that's a question that is answered in the boot camp. That's a question that is kind of answered in the bootcamp and is answered comprehensively in the course. And this course obviously is not out yet, but it's something that I don't give out. It's something I don't give out in these streams, at least. So, what I've said is the people who have got the bootcamp and the people who obviously um, are going to get the course, they're going to have access to every single tool, trick, and technique that I have inside my mind. Now, um, that is a question that can be answered either in the bootcamp or in the course as and when it's released. That's just the honest truth. That's the honest truth. Now I can give you a bit of a hint. Look at the formation of these bars. Look at the formation of these bars. So, for example, Vahid wants to know, why did we do this instead? Why did we go high, low, high, low? And why is it just one? Okay, we can count this high, low. Why is it just one straight leg up? Why is it not high, low, and then a high? If I understand correctly, that's exactly what he wants to know. Well, the answer is in comparing what takes place here, compare it to what takes place here, compare it to what takes place here, and compare it to what takes place here. Because as you can see, I said these are valid retracements, whereas this is not a valid retracement. All right. So that's kind of what you have to investigate now. And I've given you some homework. That's what you've got to investigate. And but also just look at the bars. Look at the color of the bars. There's a little clue. Look at the color of these bars. Look at the color of these bars. Look at the color of these bars. And then look at the color of these bars. All right. So that's as much as I'm going to give today. All right. But obviously, if you want the full comprehensive breakdown, feel free to hit me up. I can definitely have a discussion with you, or um, that information is freely available on Bootcamp as well. All right. Anyways, so let's get straight into today's price action. Hope you're not. Hope I haven't made your life more difficult, but that's the honest answer. So, I give a lot out here for free, a lot here on TradingView and YouTube for free, but there are some things I reserve for the people who actually, are paying customers. Okay, so let's see what we've got here now. We've got this range. We had this range, obviously. Nice range. I like the look of this range, but I'm not gonna lie. This range, it kind of started to scare me. Started to scare me a bit. Why did it scare me? It scared me because, as you guys know, I entered a long. Um, I believe the long was here. I think the long was somewhere here. So let's just quickly trace that out. I think the long was, wait, let me just make sure I've got this right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my long was around there. Okay, after we broke structure here. All right. Now this range started to scare me. Why? Because the long is in great, juicy, phenomenal profit already. All right. It's only been a 2x move, but it's in stupid profit already. Now with this long, the reason I started to get a bit frightened was because hey, the way price action was coming up towards this peak of this range. Look how juicy this trend line is. Liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. Easy sweep. Very easy sweep could have taken place. All right. And that's why I was a bit hesitant. So as price action was developing, I was saying to myself, oh, careful, careful. As soon as I saw a flip, if I saw a flip in market structure here, I would have been out of that long expeditiously, immediately, right? Because I'm not playing around. I'm not going to let a trade that's already in profit like that come and reverse on me and take me up to break even. No way. All right. And that one, I don't even think I moved my stop loss to break even yet. I think my stop loss was still back here covering this low. So that's that. Perhaps now we've broken structure again and we're heading out of this range. All right. Now I can do this. Vroom. All right. And I can chill. All right. So, anyways, let's see. So, what's happened here? Obviously, we've had our range. We've actually now broken out of this range. Were there any fake outs? Were there any fake outs? Were there any trick plays? Is there any reason why you should have entered maybe this short, maybe this long? Let's take a look. So, as of yesterday, we had the levels that we said we were waiting for, and those levels, we can see them in the screen right now. We had a deviation long and short. We had this range within the internal range as well. So we had overlapping ranges there. And then we had a nice little supply zone, a 10-minute supply zone in this internal structure of this range. But we also had a zone at the bottom at the discount section of that range. Okay, let's play it. Let's see what happened. So, oh, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. I haven't actually seen this. So not bad. So look what happened. The price came up to that zone. Remember the zone I told you guys yesterday I wasn't gonna. I'm not sure if I mentioned it actually because I ended up doing two streams yesterday. The first stream, I recorded it, and last minute my Wi-Fi decided to stop working. So because of that, I had to re-record it from scratch, and I hate doing that. But this, I'm pretty sure I mentioned. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I did. But if I did, we said we have this chain down, and there is a chance that we come back up for this 10-minute supply. And that's exactly what we did. We did come back up for this 10-minute supply, all right? However, we didn't really get a break in market structure following after that. We just got a decent move down and then we came and it was a failed supply. So we're going to take a oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, so let's take a look at it right now and let's see, could we have entered anything juicy off of that zone? Did we get a confirmation is what I'm saying. Remember, what's our confirmation? Our confirmation is simply a transformation in market structure. That's all it is. If you're using market cipher, yes, look for that bearish divergence. If you're doing EMA or magic cross strategy, yeah, do whatever floats your boat. But if you're trading market structure, you're waiting for that flip. All right, so this is what happened. Price came down. Price came down, creating a low, a high, a low, a high, a low. All right, as price came down, then it had one retracement. Okay, now what do we expect after this retracement? Well, after this retracement, we actually expect. Ooh, interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. It looks like on the 10-minute, we actually broke structure. So on the 10-minute, if we trace that all the way across, yep, it looks like we broke structure. Yeah, there we go. It looks like we broke structure. So that was slightly annoying. But let's see, on the 15-minute, did it break structure? Okay, so on the 15-minute, it's not even a retracement. It's not really a retracement on the 15-minute. On the 12-minute, on the 10-minute. To be honest, on the 10-minute, it's not really a retracement either. On the 5-minute, on the other hand, it is. But did we break structure? Just about, just about, just about. On the 3-minute, no. All right, this is a sketchy one, just because it doesn't really matter anyway. Because you're looking to short this, you're waiting to see if you're going to get a market structure flip. If you don't get a market structure flip, why are you in that trade? So what does price do? Well, on the way up, This is if I was awake, I probably would have taken this, but I wasn't. High, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high. Looking like a break in market structure, so that's nice. That's nice. That's what we want to see. But do we get a retracement? If we don't get a retracement, then that risk to reward is not going to look as nice as it could. But let's see. Do we get a retracement? All right. No, not necessarily. We get a retracement now, but this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Why? Because let's take a look. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. The reason this isn't a great. I would have entered here is because obviously if we look at our range, the range at the time was simply this range here. Okay, where this is your range high, your range low. You know. Now the entry would have been nice if we got something that looked like this. If the retracement maybe came up here, nice break here, but then the retracement came a nice retracement high up, and then we came down. That would have been nice because risk to reward that trade would have made sense. But based off of where this retracement happened over here, it does not really make sense to enter that trade just to target this low here. Why? Because if we do our risk to reward analysis, we still have to cover that low, right? Okay, and we're only aiming for what? This low? Well, 1.2 really? That does not appeal to me in the slightest. So that's that. So no trade there, I would say. No trade. No trade. Okay, so that's fine. We can get rid of this now. What else? Did we get a long coming up? Let's take a look. So if we go on, I'll go on the 15 minute. I like the 15 minute. I like the 15 minute. So we go up. We're heading up. Okay, so we haven't really had a break in the structure yet. So at this point, I'm thinking, all right, Trinity Model 1. All right, I'm thinking, right, this is nice. We've got our first tap. We've got a second tap. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. We got our third tap. Now, off of that third tap, we did get a move down. However, we didn't really get a clear as day breaking structure. And until you get a clear as day breaking structure, do not play with your hard earned money. Don't play with it because you work hard for your money. You do your 9 to 5. You trade your time. You listen to your annoying boss, and you fake smile in the office every day. You're not just gonna do that and come and waste it because you didn't wait for a breaking structure, are you? All right. So let's not do that. So let's see. Did we have a clear as day breaking structure here? Well, if we follow the trend from the low to the high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. Okay, with this again, Vahid, this does not count as a retracement. All right, another clue. This does not count as a retracement. All right, so I'm gonna go all the way up. High, 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 low, bang, high, high. This does not count as a retracement either. This does not count as a retracement. All right. So here, can we see a flip in market structure on a 10 minute? No, we cannot. There is no flip in market structure so far. All right. Now, on the 5 minute, is there a flip? Maybe we wanted to enter this on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, no, we didn't get an entry here either. On the 3 minute, the chances are you probably got something on the 3 minute. Okay, yes. So on the 3 minute, if you were playing this on the 3 minute, yep, you would have entered this short here. You would have easily entered that short on the 3 minute if you were playing it on the 3 minute. And the reason why is because your 3 minute structure, as we come to that range high, remember it's a range high, it looks like this. We have a high, 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 low, high, high. It's questionable. Anyways, high, 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 low, high, high. Flip in market structure. All right. All the way here. Retracement, continuation. But this is tricky. Why is this tricky? This is tricky because, again, the risk to reward is not making sense. So sometimes you will get your trade, you will get, the expectation of order flow, which is that retracement. But you have to ask yourself, does this trade make sense from a risk to reward perspective? Am I making enough based on what I'm risking? And the answer here is no. Why? Because this move down was way too aggressive. Now the only way I would have entered this trade is if and only if we got a retracement maybe up to around here, testing this old range, or also if I enter this trade simply based off of that close. So that close on the 3 minute would be here. Okay? That's the only way I would have entered this trade if I entered it off of the close. Okay? And in entering this trade, you also have to realize that, hey, in order for you to be out of the doghouse, in order for you to, hit the clear, you have to close below this level here. You still have to close below this level here. Why? Because this entry is an internal flip. The major flip to take us all the way down to this range low has to be after we close here. So you have to ask yourself the question now, did we get a close there? So let's get rid of this so we can see this clearly. Did we get a close here? Well, as of now, we can't see a close. There is no close. There is a wick. They're nice little wicks, but there's not a close. In the higher time frame we go, the clearer we see it. Well, actually, on the 10 minute now, it looks like it was a minute close, but then you skip up another time frame. Okay, 12 minute close. Okay, what about the 15 minute? Okay, 15 minute, it looks like a close. Okay, 24 minute looks like a close. Actually, we can't count that because this is not valid structure on the 24 minute. All right. So you do get these scenarios where in one time frame it looks like a close, and in the other time frame it doesn't look like a close. All right. So this is where you have to kind of make a value judgment and say, right, how convincing is this close? If this is a close, is this a deep enough close to suggest that the bears have stepped in and taken out these bulls? Well, not necessarily. Look how tiny that close is. Not necessarily. And not just that, all right? It looks like we still haven't taken out the range high over there. All right, we haven't yet taken out the range high. Yes, we basically deviated the internal range, but we haven't taken out the main range, which is the green line, and we're so far up. Why not take it? Why would price do all of this? This is my thinking, by the way. Why would price do all of this gradual hard work, stress? Every minute, come all the way up just to deviate this internal range and not take out this range high. Makes no sense. All right. And so shortly after, what did Price do? Price gave it one more push. Bitcoin said, you know what? I'm going to give it one more rep for those of you who are gym heads. All right. And I'm going to try and hit that PB. And that PB was the past all-time high. That all-time high came out 93,378. So Bitcoin has officially made new all-time highs again, which is good. Which is good news, all right? I'm sure YouTube is going nuts right now. I'm sure those thumbnails are going crazy. All right. So therefore, what does that mean? This is very simple. It means that first things first, all right? Our trade idea, number one, did it work? Nope. Number two, well, two worked momentarily, but I'm not going to count that. Nope. Didn't work. All right. Number three, I'm not going to count that. Nope. 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 All right. So what is left is the question. Well, we've obviously now, pierced through the only obstacle that was stopping Bitcoin from reaching those all-time highs. That's this guy. This guy over here. All right. We got rid of him. He's gone. All right. So now this is what Bitcoin looks like. Well, the only other play is potentially a decisive break, emphasis on decisive break. All right. Decisive break, retracement, continuation. That would be a nice play. All right. And that was this idea, which is still a potential. So that's what I'm looking out for. All right. But now that I'm on my range high, when you're on the range high, you have to be careful. You have to be careful for the rats. Now, who are the rats? Well, the rats are these high volume players who like to manipulate the market. And what do they like to do? Well, what they like to do is they like to establish a nice little range. All right. They like to do this, establish a nice range. This is what Bitcoin has basically done. Establish a nice range. And then they like to break out of the range. All right. And when they break out of this range, all right, they don't necessarily break out decisively out of this range. Why? Because they are banking on people like you and me longing this breakout. They're banking on us doing this, especially the breakout traders. They're banking on these guys. the guy who's going to long there, the guy who even longed here, this late long. Why are you longing in premium? I don't know. They're also banking on these guys, the guys who longed here, all right? And they're banking on the guys who saw the breakout, like, yeah, Bitcoin's going to 100K, let's do it, all right? They're banking on these guys entering late longs, only for them to say, you know what, psych. We're going to bring the price up here, all right? We might play around here for a bit, and then we're going to distribute, and bang, we're going to drop it down. This is what's known as a PO3, where we have our accumulation, manipulation phase, and then we have our expansion phase. Now, this is what you have to be aware of when you look at a range break like this, okay? Now, this range break, yes, we have to wait to see how decisive is this break going to be. Is it simply just going to play around? If it starts to flirt around here for a bit, all right, if price starts to do this, in this region here, all right, I'm gonna be worried. Yeah, I am gonna be worried because this is more likely, or increasingly more likely, the more it does that. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for. And only if we get a nice break up there, decisive break up there, then I'm gonna look for that retracement. Okay. And in order to see where that retracement might land, obviously look around here, check for your supply and your demand zones in this expansion leg. You know this. And also use the good old fib. All right. Use the fib. Take the fib from this low to that high. Let's assume the high was there. All right. Look out for the 38% level, the 786 level. Look out for the key zones. But my key zone is usually the 786 level. I usually use the fib between the 618 and the 786. So a nice little box there gives me my nice entry. All right. So if that does happen, look to do that. Okay. But if you've missed this trade, don't be alarmed. If you didn't get into a long here like I did, that's fine. If you didn't get into a long here like a lot of people, some people did, that's also fine, right? Don't forget what price does. On the way up here, yes, it could just splash through 100%. Of course, it does what it wants, right? But on the way up here, we're going to get retracements. We're going to get retracements. And I tell you, you can make way more timing this perfectly and just riding it all the way up to here, timing this perfectly and riding it all the way up to here. You can make way more than people like myself who longed here, yeah, and had to deal with all this rubbish. Had to deal with all this rubbish just for price to just go up again. I mean, why didn't price just go up immediately? Why didn't it just go vroom, 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 vroom? Why didn't it just do that? Why did we have to go through all of this heartache, all the refreshing of your phone and, checking your trading view and checking your metaphor and all of that? Why did we have to do all of that? But anyways, Bitcoin does what it wants. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for. I'm looking out to see, do we get a retest long into this old range? And if we do, I'm going to be looking to long that. And you could look to catch this. You could, I wouldn't recommend. You could look to catch this drop, all right, before it comes back for that retest. But I would prioritize this. I'm a big fan of going with the flow. Go with the flow. Don't reinvent the wheel. Go with the flow. Follow inertia. All right. If we're in an uptrend, long it. Okay, that's what I'd say. If we're in an uptrend, you long it, and we are clearly, look at this. We're clearly in an uptrend. All right. So that's how I'm playing this. That is how I am playing this. All right. Towards the end of that's it for today in terms of Bitcoin. That's it for today. Towards the end of last stream, I looked at a few. I kind of gave you guys some plugins, and then my connection disappeared, and I couldn't be asked to film another video. But today, I'm gonna give you guys some other assets I've been looking at. All right, and these are assets that did me well. They've done me well in the past, so I'm hoping it's going to do me well again in the future. All right. I don't usually do this, but I thought, why not? I'm feeling generous today. All right. So I think as of yesterday, I gave you guys, was it CRO? I think Crow. Yeah, I think it was. So I gave you guys Crow USDT. I'm pretty sure it's doing well already. All right. So that was yesterday. When was yesterday? That was Monday. Okay. So we'll just leave this here actually, so that in a year's time we can come back to this chart and be like, that was when we could have entered. All right. So it was right around here. I think it's done about 10% already today, which is not bad. Which is not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All right. But anyways, what I was saying is this is a time if those assumptions that we talked about yesterday, if those assumptions are valid, right, this is the time to get into some of these low cap altcoins. Now, Crow, I think this is gonna do well this bull cycle for a lot of reasons. So I've just put a few bags in there, and let's see how it goes. We're just gonna aim for this high. If we do, I mean, historically, at the end of every bull cycle, we have surpassed all-time highs, Bitcoin and altcoins. All right. So if that is to happen again, no one knows what's going to happen. But if that is going to happen again, then hey, why not? All right, that will give us a nice, juicy, maybe about 10x. All right, so definitely look at this. Look at that. If we are to come up, it's probably going to look something like this. Maybe it'll consolidate for a bit, do another pump, and then as soon as it comes there, set your limit order, get out. Get out, take your money, go buy your mortgage, or go buy your house, go buy your Lamborghini, and you're good. Yeah. Now, there are a few other players. EOS. Now, do your own research here, guys. Don't just take my word for it. EOS. I'm just saying these are altcoins that have done me well, in the past, and I'm probably just gonna throw a few coins at it to see if it does well again. All right, look at EOS. Okay, so the upside, we're looking to get to about $15 right now. Right now, where is it? Right now, let's say it's about 0.65. 0.6538. 0.6538. All right, let's do the math on that. So we've got 0.6538 and we're looking to get to 15. Oh my gosh, she's calling me. Oh no, I'm not picking that up. All right, so we've got looking from 15, and then we're going to divide that by 0.6538. 22x, not bad. So you put 10 in there, you just made. If you put, I can't even do it on maths today. Today's a slow day. But 22x, you put $1, you just made $22. All right. But that's basically that one. So ERS, definitely look at that. The next one I want us to look at is GRT. So GRT again, these guys they've done me well. They've done me very well. So definitely look at this as well. GRT, look at that. It could potentially go up to 2.8 and is currently at 0.23. So 0.23 to 2.8. So you do the math on that one. That's quite a good return. So what was it? 2.8. And let's divide that by 0.238. Okay, about 11x, that 12x. Okay, still not bad though. Still not bad. All right. So yeah, that's kind of two more giveaways that I probably will act on. Some of which I've already acted on. But if it's going to help you, feel free. But not financial advice. You could lose all your money. It's your money. Do with it what you want. But we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for today, and we'll have another video tomorrow. Again, sorry about showing you a picture there. And we'll have another discussion tomorrow about what's happened, and we will look to see how we can capitalize from these markets. So some of you are thinking, actually, what's the target for Bitcoin? Some of you are thinking, okay, what is the price prediction? We've obviously broken out this long-term range. What's the price prediction for Bitcoin? And if you're trading, my answer to that is, why do you even care? Why do you care about the price prediction? Simply do your analysis, plan your trades, trade your plan, and you should be all right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave it there today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.